the Tacoma Dome and coming around here to America's Car Museum. And that's where we're going to go today. Okay, the American Car Museum in Tacoma, Washington. We're very lucky. This has only been open since June of 2012, so about 9 months. And the building was built to resemble the hood scoop on an automobile. Now this is interesting. I just mentioned that the museum was built like a hood scoop, and we parked next to this newer Thunderbird, and there's a hood scoop. It's a 1964 Lincoln Town car that's been modified. This is a Tucker, and I wanted to point out to you that headlight would turn when you turn the steering wheel to the left, the headlight would go to the left, and vice versa. When you go to the right, it would go to the right. So it was designed for safety. Mr. Tucker was way ahead of his time. I think there was less than 100 of these built. Probably around 50 if I remember right, something like that. Very well built, built for safety. Chrysler, the year of the fins. I think this is probably a 61 or in that area, but it is a Chrysler hardtop. For you that don't know, a hardtop just means that this post in the middle is not there, so when you roll those windows down, that's all open through there. There's one that I remember very well, 1956 Bel Air convertible Chevy. Pontiac station wagon. Well, I'm sorry, that one must be a Buick. That one's a Pontiac. It's a 69 Chevy Camaro, hard top. Some pickups. This is a 1951 Nash Rambler, and Nash actually was way ahead of their time. They produced fuel-efficient vehicles in the 50s. Actually, I owned a little Metropolitan convertible, which was even smaller than this custom two-door convertible. 59 Chevy. Notice the tail fin on that. And I'll try and get a shot of the rear for you. There's the rear of that Chevy with the unique tail fins and that tire, the spare tire on the back. We used to call those Continental kits, and that was the spare tire. Now, this was my dream car as a kid. This is a Crown Victoria. Not this color scheme. I wanted the turquoise blue, I think it was called, would be on the bottom and the top, and this middle section would be white. But this part in front of this bar that goes over the top, you could look up and look out and see the sky. It wasn't a top like one that goes back nowadays, but you used to be able to look straight up into the sky. This is not a hard top. Again, you can tell because there's a post in the middle. They're a lot safer than hard tops.
And you saw Joe's dream car. This Mustang, only in a burgundy color, was the hot rod type of a beau of mine that I was dating. And oh, he was so proud of his burgundy Mustang.
I mentioned hard tops. This will give you a good view. This is a Marlin, very sporty car, fast. But notice along the side here, there's no bar in the middle, so that's all open. I currently own a hardtop G6 convertible. When the top is up and the windows are down, it looks like a hardtop. Doesn't have that center post. 1923 Lincoln touring car, never licensed. It was owned by a dealership, and they just used it for very special occasions. 1947 Lincoln convertible. Here's a Cadillac convertible. '55 Cadillac. '41 Buick. '41 Cadillac. Now these colors seem more true to being authentic. The brighter colors, the reds and the yellows, I'm not sure those were made in the same year of these vehicles. Packard, how would you like to commute in that one? There you go. As a young man, they used to take a lot of cars and rebuild them. Hot rod. That kind of looks like an airplane, at least a fuselage of one. It's a 1986 Pulse. I bet it got good gas mileage. Well, there you go. Here comes one. That's an Izetta. You might see those in parades. The front swings open, and you actually get in the front of the vehicle. And then the steering wheel swings. See how the steering wheel is attached to the door? It's an Italian car, and it's sitting right next to a 37 Fiat, which is Italian, and a 1962 Volkswagen, looks like a Carmen Ghia, 1962. MG, a couple Crosbys, fuel efficient cars. Here he comes. Young man's doing a good job with that. Yeah, he's going. Recognize this one? It's racing into time, and it ran into itself because there's its mate over on that side. One time when we were camping, you guys rode in one of those.
This is a real vehicle.
Yeah, 2 wheels in the front, 1 wheel in the back. Oh, 57 Chevy, very popular car as a kid. Check out those fins. Is that a big fin or what? 1959, and there's a Chrysler. Look at the Chrysler fin. It was a big thing.
Every 5 miles, oh wait, please, miles per hour you drive over 60 is like adding 20 cents to the gallon of your fuel cost. So instead of paying $3.80, you would have paid $4 per gallon.
Now this one has a hidden steering wheel. It's actually this bar right here. When you get in, you lift that up over your waist, pull it in to go to the right, push out go to the left. Emergency brake or gear shift, I'm not sure which. Might be the gear shift. They should have kept working on these things way back then. They'd have it all perfected by now. There's the charging station. Plugged in, being charged. 1914 Detroit electric car.
80 miles per battery charge.
You could go 80 miles. They did better then than we do now. Maybe we better send the people that made the Volt for $40,000 here to figure out what we did back in 1914. The 2010 Volt, which is GM or Chevy's approach to fuel efficiency.
Which is a little odd because this Volt only goes 35 miles between charges. And we saw, I believe it was a 1914 down the line down there that was built and goes 80 miles between the charges. Seems a little backwards.
This is a Stanley steamer. So it ran on steam. And there's the engine right there. That's what powered it. You notice anything different about the steering wheels on these cars? Huh? You notice anything? I can tell you. The steering wheel's on the right instead on the left, like we have them. Mr. Tucker got into racing. This is the Tucker Special. But if you want to go to the National Sprint Car Museum, you'll have to travel all the way to Knoxville, Iowa. And that's actually where they have the Nationals, too. And these are more like what you would see at the Indianapolis 500.